What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me in the Emerald Coast Essentials podcast. My name is Micah Gillette with LPT Realty. Today we are joined by Kristen. Kristen's a local massage therapist in Panama City.
That's correct.
Nice. How long you been out there?
So I moved here in 2007, like the end of 2007.
All right.
So
Are
about,
you in?
yeah,
Good.
I was just gonna say about 15 years.
Nice. Have you always been in Panama City, or are you in Panama City Beach, or have you gone back and forth?
So kind of back and forth. When I originally moved here, it was in the west end of Panama City Beach, like so close to the beach. And now I've been tucked away in town, and I kind of like it over here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
How come?
I feel like it's more homey to me. Like the beach is very touristy, but it's so beautiful as well.
Nice. Right on. So you've been there for 15 years, and you grew up in Florida. Is that correct? Just not in the Panhandle?
Yeah, I grew up in Central Florida, like Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Disney World area.
That's all I gotta say. Just Disney World.
Right.
That's right.
Disney World.
Very nice. All right. So which place is better, Disney World or Panhandle?
In my opinion, definitely the Panhandle. I like it a little bit more chill and relaxed, not as much traffic. The
For
people
the
are
Emerald
super
Coast
nice.
Essentials podcast, that is the right answer.
Yes,
Right on. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. So you grew up in Central Florida. You moved here. Did you move straight here from that area?
I did. Yeah, so I actually wasn't gonna move at all. But some stuff happened and my mom moved here for work and I decided to tag along with her. And at first, I was 18, so I really didn't like it, but just meeting new friends and getting out there and I just learned to love it. And now I started a family. I have two kids, biological kids. My husband has two of his own, and then we're actually fostering a teenager. So very fun, busy life.
That's awesome. How's the fostering going?
It's actually really awesome. We've known her since she was 10, so she's been a part of the family for a while. Um, so just giving her a good home and cool
Yeah,
people to kind of direct her into the right path.
that's awesome. That's definitely not something I don't think a lot of people would willingly sign up for. So that's super cool that you guys are willing to do that and that you are doing that. I'm sure it's appreciated by everyone. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
no, thank you.
What did you do when you first got here for work? Have you always been into massage?
So actually, when I first moved here, I applied at Haney Technical Center I wanted to go for cosmetology. And they didn't have anything open. And I was already so motivated. So I was like, oh, just sign me up. So I went for massage therapy.
Okay.
And I didn't really do much with it. It kind of wasn't my thing at first, you know. I found out after that my mom had cancer, so I kind of was just like massaging her. I was working at Target at the time. I think I worked there for like 3 years on the beach side. Um, and then just life happened. I kind of worked odds and end jobs. And after Hurricane Michael hit us pretty hard, and what was that in 2020?
18? 18.
18. Oh my gosh. It seems so, it doesn't seem that far. But when Hurricane Michael hit us, I definitely like had a big eye-opening experience. Started getting back into massage therapy, and honestly, I'm so glad I made that decision because I love what I do.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you got back into that after Hurricane Michael. I think it was 2018. That feels right in my heart.
That
But
does. I
now,
think you are right. Exactly
okay, now
right.
that I'm saying it, I'm
October,
questioning myself.
it was October 10th, 2018,
Yeah.
I
So for
believe.
anyone that doesn't know who's watching, Hurricane Michael got upgraded afterwards to a Category 5 hurricane that absolutely crushed Mexico Beach is where it hit, but it was completely devastating to the whole Panama City Beach. I mean, it looked like a war zone. I was in Panama City the next day, and it was just horrendous.
Yeah, you were helping, right? You were doing all the things.
Yeah, I
So
ended up raising a bunch of money from people kind of all over. We did a GoFundMe and raised a few $1,000s, and then I loaded up our SUV and bought gas. And I already owned like a portable charger with solar battery, so I was able to go out and get people water. Cleared some roads, took out chainsaws, tarped roofs, just trying to help the
yeah, no,
community
that's
get back
awesome.
functioning. Yeah, it was.
Thank you for that.
The one thing I didn't think about, and there's nothing I could have done about it, but I was just like exhausted after the first day because I had, been up for 14 hours, kind of working hard all day. And then I went to lay down, and it was October, which it's still pretty warm in October. And it was 10 at night. The sun had just gone down, and I was sweaty. There was no water, there's no electricity. In our house out there, we had one broken window. So it's just hot and muggy, and trying to sleep
Yeah,
in that was awful. But we were fortunate, so I can't complain.
yeah,
Yeah, you guys fare through Hurricane Michael, okay?
we did. I lived in a tiny little apartment at the time, and I was actually working out at the prison during the whole thing. And it took me about 2 hours to get to my apartment, which usually is just a 20-minute drive. So luckily everything was good. I just had some like water come in through the front door, and I was very fortunate too. So it
Yeah, I
was
mean, there were
it
whole
was
houses that were completely leveled, so it was that's good.
yeah, it was very scary. Like it
Yeah,
didn't look like Panama City for a long time.
yeah. Is it pretty much back to normal, like what you remember now?
It is Mexico Beach. Like they build it up so fast. It's so beautiful out there. I don't know if you've been out there in a while, but it's
Yeah,
yeah, they did a really good job out there. They're still building a little bit, and I think Callaway is probably like the least, like they still have some buildings that they need to tear down. Um, but we got an Aldi's and they've been talking about a Publix and like so like they're slowly getting there in Callaway, and then Lynn Haven looks great, and I
awesome.
think they had a little damage in the beach, like Thomas Drive area, and that looks good. I go down there sometimes.
Yeah, I remember the beach side not being nearly as bad. It seemed like as soon as you went across from Panama City Beach to Panama City proper, it was just like it seemed like what was a category 1 hurricane hit to like all of a sudden every single power line was down, buildings were completely leveled. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah, no
But
trees, no trees.
yeah, yeah, that was wild. Well, anyways, enough about horrendous damage that can
Right.
happen on occasion. That is the rare occasion. Um, let's talk a little bit about your business. So you do massage. Do you work for a company? Like, are you at a specific place, or what are you doing for work?
No, so I actually worked for myself. I worked at a spa for a little bit, and I worked for a chiropractor, and so that really gave me a lot of experience. Like two super awesome owners. So grateful for them because they really did give me a lot of knowledge. And then I decided to go out on my own, and I'm just doing mobile. So like I travel to my clients' houses. I like to stay within like the Panama City limit. Sometimes I go over to the beach, but mainly like I'm Lynn Haven, Southport, Callaway, downtown Panama City area. Um, man, I think I started in 2021. That's when I officially was like, okay, I'm quitting my job. Like I'm doing this full time on my own.
Yeah,
And it's been awesome. Like my clients are awesome. I get to make my own schedule. I'm actually going to start homeschooling the kids. This will be my first year doing that. So like just having the ability to create like, my schedule in my life, it's just been very rewarding.
that's awesome. So do you
Yeah.
have all the stuff needed for mobile? Like, do you bring a table and all the sheets and
Everything.
everything, or?
Yep,
Okay.
I have my own table. I pack all my own sheets. I bring the music, the lotion, all the things. I bring
Incense, all the
everything. Yeah,
very
all
cool.
the things.
Very cool. Where do you only do it in people's houses, or like if someone's coming down to visit, will you take them out on the beach at sunrise and do a massage?
So, like I have a little spa room at my own house. And I have done a few, like where I go to condos, and we'll do a massage on their condo. The beach, I would have to definitely look into that because I think that would be really cool. I know like Panama City Beach, from what I heard, there's a lot of permits now. Like I have to figure all that out. Like if I'm allowed to go on the beach, if I can advertise, like I think
Yeah.
it's yeah. So really just I think I went to someone's condo. Man, that's been a while. I think that was last year. And that was beautiful because we did it right on the balcony overlooking the beach. It was breezy.
That's
So
cool.
yeah. Yeah.
That's very cool. Okay, so the condo was like overlooking the beach, like one of the beach
Right.
condos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think all of them
Nice.
are kind of like that.
Well, that seems like a really rough job for you to just, hang out, do your work on the
It's so rough.
balcony. Yeah. Very cool. Do you do more regular work with people, like I say routine or consistent work, or are you more one-off trying to? I guess what's your target market that you're trying to hit?
Definitely, I see clients consistently. Like I think that's one thing I didn't really like about the spa was like I would just randomly see people and I might never see them again or like they might come back. Um, but I love my clients now because some I see weekly, some I see bi-weekly, monthly. Like it's just building that rapport with them and it just almost feels like family. It doesn't feel like work at all. Like I'm just gonna go see my friend or I'm gonna go see my family, go help them out, and then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
bye, see you in 2 weeks.
No, that's very cool. I'm sure that's easier once you start learning like what works for people in different body types. I know very little about how massage works, but I can only imagine from myself like there are certain things that I need more work on or that, seem to like be uncomfortable, and if I have a new masseuse or a new chiropractor when I switch,
Yeah.
it's just like that's not it.
Right. And plus like you get to really see like what these people are doing in their lives. Like, okay, are you sitting at a desk all day? Like, are you stretching? Are you doing all the things that you need to do to take care of yourself? Or, um, like I love my clients too because they let me practice. Like, if I'm like, hey, I went to a class, or like I saw this on YouTube. Like, will you let me try this on you? Like, they're always down to do it. Cupping, like, because I do cupping and I do like a lot of energy work and stuff with tuning forks and sound therapy. And like, I just feel like my clients are like, yeah, like they trust me. Like, do all the things to me. Like, whatever works for them because everyone's so different.
Right. Okay, so that actually brings up a good point. You do massage and, well, explain cupping. I know what it is, but if someone doesn't know what it is.
So cupping, like I basically just explain it as instead of like pushing, right? It's suction. It creates like these hickey looking marks on our body. A lot of people think that's painful, but it shouldn't be painful at all. You're breaking the blood capillaries. Ooh, can't talk. You're breaking the blood capillaries, and it just helps promote faster healing in the muscle. So, like if you have a trigger point or a muscle adhesion, whatever you want to call it, a knot, you're not getting a lot of blood flow in that area. So massage is going to help with that. Stretching is going to help with that. And cupping. Cupping's a really good tool to help with that.
I was getting dry needling done, I don't know, probably a year ago now, maybe a little bit more than that. And right afterwards, the physical therapist did cupping right where she did the dry needling. And apparently one of them was like deep enough for, I don't know why, but it bled more. And then all of a sudden, so she's like, your cup is full of blood. Hang on. And she had to like wipe all the
Oh,
blood out. And I was like, no,
yeah.
that seems weird, but it didn't hurt. It really didn't. It was just,
Yeah.
the needle mark was already there. So awesome. Well, what else do you do? So you do cupping. Do you do like scraping and stuff?
So I have done scraping. It's not my favorite. It's the same concept of cupping, like you're just bringing that blood flow to the surface.
Yeah.
I do dry cupping though. I do want to just point that out because what you were talking about, it's more like wet cupping where like the blood comes out and yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely do dry cupping. I can do scraping. Like I said, it's just not my favorite. And every once in a while, I'll do some hot stones, but it's just so hot in Florida. No one really wants hot stones on their body. We can just go outside.
January and February only for hot stones.
Right, yes. I
Awesome.
also do, I went to a Thai yoga retreat in June, so I've been starting to slowly get that into my practice. I've had a few clients who really enjoy that, so that's been awesome.
So you're working yoga in with the massage?
So it's kind of like stretching, and there's a lot of rocking, and it's definitely, in my opinion, a little bit more spiritual based, um, because they believe in energy lines in our body. So you're definitely like shaking out some energy and trauma, and it's very releasing. I
Very
love
cool.
it. Yeah.
Well, I couldn't tell by your background that you're into like energy work at all. So,
Right?
yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it sounds like you really have like an experience for your clients, not just, hey, I went and got a massage, but you're really kind of bringing a well balanced experience for them, which
Right.
sounds awesome to me.
Yeah. If you're into that, definitely. Some people just want they're just like, I just want this work done right here, just do that, and there's a ton of great therapists in Panama City who will do that for you, but I feel like I'm the type of therapist that's like, let me take you on a journey, let me take you in a different world.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's really cool. So, what does the next 2 to 3 years look like, or 10 years look like? Where are you trying to take this?
So I definitely want my own space. I slowly have been kind of looking into things. But I see myself in my own space. If I can find like minded people, they don't have to be massage therapists, but just like maybe yogis, people who are interested in sound therapy or Thai massage as well. Like, I would love to just get people together. And since I've been on the retreat, like now I'm like, oh man, I could host a retreat. Like, I would love to do that. Like, just have people um, come in and share the love and the connection and get massages and do yoga and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
just moving forward with what I'm already doing, but maybe just a little bit more like expansion.
very cool. Well, let us know when you have a retreat. I know Courtney will definitely show up. I might, if I
Yes.
have the time. I'm not opposed to it by any means, but someone's got to watch our kid, and I don't think a 10-year-old at a yoga retreat's really the target market there.
You never know. She might enjoy it too.
I think you
She'll
get
bring out
about
like our inner child.
yeah. I think you're gonna get 30 minutes to an hour of enjoyment, and then you're gonna get a lot of like, let's go to the beach. But we'll try it. Awesome. Anything else you want to say about business?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming out. For anyone who's listening and they're either looking to move down here or they're coming down for, a visit or a vacation, if someone is coming to the Panhandle for 24 hours and they're asking, hey, where do I got to go? You're a 15, 16-year veteran of the Panhandle. Where are you going to tell them to go?
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, I guess if they're on the beach side, definitely go to the beach. The water is beautiful. But if you come into town, I think one of my favorite little spots is called Little Village. It's just like a hippie chill. They usually always have live music. They have amazing food. Um, and then I've heard really good things. I actually want to go to Juan Taco. I think it's on Thomas Drive.
Okay.
It looks amazing. Yeah,
I've
so
not.
beach, little village, tacos.
All right. So Little Village is like an antique shop and they have music. We used to live like a mile from there, so we were there
Yes. Yeah.
all the time. The food place that's there is called Finn's, and they're just kind of
Hmm.
incorporated as one. But yeah, the food is awesome there. Shout out to Finn's and Little Village. I've not
Yeah.
been to Juan Taco, but obviously the beach is, what everyone comes down here for sure.
Yeah. And there's also a Finn's on the beach side too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. They're super good.
Awesome. Well, Kristen, I appreciate you coming on very much. If anyone's looking for a masseuse, oh, you brought up you had an awesome chiropractor that you work for. What was the name of that chiropractor?
Seaside Spine. He's
Seaside
he's
Spine.
actually in Destin, Fort Walton, Crestview, and Panama City.
Yeah,
He has
I
four
gotta have him on
locations.
the podcast.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on the podcast very much. If anyone's
Yeah,
looking
thanks
for
for having
a
me.
Yeah, absolutely. If anyone's looking for a great massage experience, spiritual journey, Kristen, what's the best way to contact you?
You can text or call me. Can I give my number out?
I'll just put it in the show notes. I mean, you're more
Okay.
than welcome to
Yeah.
say it, but I don't think
Text,
anyone's
call
going to
me.
remember it.
I
It'll
have
be
a
in the
Facebook.
description. Cool. Yeah, we'll put all your social media. We'll put your contact information, whatever you're comfortable with. It'll be in the show
Okay.
notes with the details. So check it out at the bottom. Thanks, everyone, for watching and have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.